side. Somebody owes me a blue stud.
Morbius. The Marvel movie with the greatest end credit scenes of all time. Like, there's no such thing as a better end credit scene. Just kidding! Are the end credit scenes as bad as people say? The answer is yes. I believe I said that in my review. But yeah, instead of doing a full-on spoiler review, I decided to just do a video talking about the end credit scenes, because that's really the only thing I want to talk about that involves spoilers. But before we get into it, spoiler alert, we will, obviously, because we're talking about the end credit scenes, but, I mean, the director himself did spoil the end credit scenes, so, you know, there's a good chance you probably had them spoiled for you already. But yeah, spoiler alert in case you avoided that and did care. But yeah, I guess we should get started with the end credit scenes, so let's go, I guess. So, a couple seconds of credits pass, yes, only a couple seconds, and then we get the first end credit scene, which is, oh my goodness, okay. Which shows us Michael Keaton's Vulture, aka Adrian Toomes, being teleported into Morbius's world in a cell after a purple crack shows up in the sky, and he flashes from one cell to another, now in Morbius's universe, and he says, "I hope the food's better in this joint." Boom! More credits. Okay. So, I feel like this is a terrible way to do this. I would much rather either see what they were originally going to do with Michael Keaton, like that was on the trailers, or at the very least, tease him being a variant played by the same actor, like J. Jonah Jameson or something, played by J.K. Simmons. Because I feel like this ruins a lot of things. Like, first of all, why? I don't think he would react that way, but actually, let's go into the second end credit scene first. Because with scene 2, like 30 seconds after scene 1, yes, only 30 seconds, at least that's what it seemed like, sets up a Sinister Six, because Vulture, fully suited up, meets up with Morbius, who drives a car to meet him. He's like, "Why'd you want to meet me?" And he thinks, and he's, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he says something about, like, "I've been exploring, I don't know much about this place, I don't know how I got here, but I think it has something to do with Spider-Man." And then he says, "I think we should team up with a bunch of guys like us, and so we could do some good." Morbius says, "Intriguing." And that's it. Then we get the actual rest of the credits, which is like the whole 30 minutes of credits. Well, I'm not sure how long credits are, but you know, the rest of the credits, and then it's over. These end credit scenes are not very good, because I personally feel like, it ruins my, Vulture's character arc and the perfect setup that they did in Homecoming. His whole character was all about, like, he's doing stuff for his family, and the reason why he hates Spider-Man is because Spider-Man stopped him from helping his family. Granted, he was doing illegal stuff, but still, he was doing it all for his family. So the fact that, unless we didn't see it, because we probably could have gotten a whole movie based on what he was doing in that universe, discovering it. Wow, you're such a terrible taxi, man. You just hit that guy. Wow, New York. but yeah, I feel like that, like, he wouldn't want to be like, "Hey, I've read about you, let's team up." He would be like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta get home to my family, I gotta get back to my wife, I gotta get back to Liz." That's what he would be like. At least that's the character they set up in Homecoming. So why the heck is he like, "Yeah, new universe, better food, gonna get a team, gonna do some good"? What? I feel like these end credit scenes could have been way better, and I'm someone who actually wouldn't mind seeing a Morbius 2, as long as they get a better script, and, you know, better script, then I'd see Morbius 2. But, like, I wouldn't mind seeing a Morbius 2. But am I excited for the Sinister Six, or Good Six? Nice Six? I don't know. It's not a Sinister Six if they're doing good. Now that could mean a couple things, because he probably thought he was doing good in Homecoming, but still, the Sinister Six doing good. The Sinister Six doesn't do good. Also, Morbius isn't a villain. He's not even an anti-hero like the trailer suggested. He's more like, he's a full-on hero. He literally only killed that group of technically bad guys in that boat, and that's it. He didn't kill anyone else since. But yeah, I think these end credit scenes are not very good and could have been way better. And I kind of want to know what the original end credit scenes were because of the fact that it was going to come out before No Way Home. That means the end credit scene wouldn't have been, or at least most likely, wouldn't have been directly linked to the ending of No Way Home because that would hugely spoil No Way Home. And I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of the reshoots were in the years that it was delayed. I want to see what the original credit scenes were. I want to see. I've said this in my review, I believe. I want to see what the original movie was going to be before it was delayed. But yeah, so the end credit scenes aren't that good. They probably are the worst part of the movie. Like I'm someone who thought the movie was okay. I didn't think it was amazing, but I didn't think it was the worst movie in the world. It's still better than Fan Four Stick, Fantastic Four 2015, whatever you want to call it. I think it was 2015. I have to check. But yeah. I don't really have anything else to say about this. The credit scenes are kind of lame. Ruins the character arc of Vulture. Ruins the character of Vulture. Ruins the perfect setup from Homecoming, where, and No Way Home really, where he refuses to give up Spider-Man's real name because he understands who he is. Plus, he was, you know, he protected his daughter.
Probably unrelated.
But then he most likely forgot his name, which would mean all he remembers is Spider-Man taking him down and stopping him from helping his family, which would be a great setup for him to return in a Sinister Six, but in the MCU.
Turns out the Cave of Dragons did have
And-
an actual dragon inside. Somebody owes me a
And
blue
also,
stud.
the end scene makes no sense, because if you think about it, the spell was only bringing people who knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man into the MCU. It wasn't pushing anyone out of the MCU into other universes. It was pulling them into the MCU, and at the end of the film, it returned them back to their universes. Meaning that Michael Keaton, since he's from the MCU, shouldn't have moved at all. He should have been perfectly fine. The only thing that would have happened was he forgot Spider-Man's real name. But somehow, even though it makes no sense at all, it took him from the MCU to the Sony universe, which makes no sense. Whatever. But yeah, what do you guys think of these end credit scenes? Do you think they're the worst end credit scenes ever, or are you actually someone who likes these end credit scenes? I highly doubt it. I haven't met a single person at all who'd like these end credit scenes, and people who thought the movie was okay hate the end credit scenes. So, if you like the end credit scenes, you have to tell me in the comments below, because that would be mind-blowing, honestly. But if you most likely did hate them, and if you did, tell me all your thoughts in the comments down below. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider hitting the like button, hit the notification bell so you know when I post and go live. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.